maybe they just popped in your mind all of a sudden and you want more information. I also want to point out this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everybody, unfortunately. It will resonate with many, but not all, so there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I'm just looking at an overall view. I'm not looking at any one person's personal storyline, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the energy between you and your ex, Aries, for the month of November. Also, I want to point out that I'm only looking at the energies for November, not prior and not after. And I'm going to pull 3 romance angel cards at the end. So think of number 1, 2, or 3 and which you feel is the number for you. And I do that just to try to personalize these a bit more for you guys, since this is a general reading. So what you guys received is all that glitters. So this is the energy between you and the ex, and this could mean a couple of different things actually, since this is general. And I'll pull more tarot cards to get a better feel, but right off the bat, this could be saying for some of you that you idolize your ex and put them up on a pedestal in a way that maybe isn't reality, okay? But to you, the eyes you're looking through at your ex, you see all this glitter, all this shine, and so you put them on a pedestal in your mind, okay? But what it's saying here is, take off the blindfold and really see who and what they are. For others of you, this could mean that your ex didn't have all the glitz and shine maybe that you desire in a partner, but you missed them because you had a connection that you haven't found with anybody else, okay? And also, this could mean that the reverse of that you and your ex had this really great connection, but perhaps they viewed you as somebody who didn't have all the glitz and shine that they were looking for. And that is more of a superficial thing, but everybody is human and everybody wants what they want and likes what they like and are attracted to what they're attracted to. So personal perception is what defines what's right and wrong. So I'm not saying that either way is right or wrong. You've got to be true to yourself, and if you are very established in life and you want somebody else who is, then that's your prerogative and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? For some of you, that might be what this is about. Either you're very established and your ex is not, or your ex is very established and you are not, and that was part of the reason why you broke up. But this is general, so the meaning of this card is going to be different for everybody. Some also, this means that you or your ex were wearing a mask and not allowing your true authentic self to come through, okay? And it could be out of insecurity, out of fear of being vulnerable. It's not like a manipulative energy where I'm going to try to trick you. It's not like that. It's like I'm going to put on this mask because I really want to impress this person type of energy. Alright, so I'm going to pull 2 cards to see how you're feeling, Aries, in the month of November towards your ex. And I have to look at your side of things as well. I've had some people tell me, I already know how I feel. I don't need you to tell me. And I'm just like, okay, well, I have to have the whole picture, so I have to look at your energy as well. More to the point, if I'm like saying this is how you're feeling and you're not, then, maybe this reading isn't for you, and that's a way for you to know if it's resonating or not. So let's see, Aries, how are you feeling about your ex in November? Whoa, well, this guy wanted to fly out. he flew out this way, but he landed up this way. So I'm going to take that as a sign that some of you, like there's half of you that feel one way, and then there's another half of you that feel another way. Starting upright, some of you could definitely feel like your ex was, deceitful or acting scandalous or stole something from you or wasn't, honest about something. Maybe they were cheating on you. Whatever this is, it's something that you are already aware of that they did, okay? It's not like this reading is going to bring that to light. No, you already know, because here's the card saying you already know. Now, since this is a general reading, this could also be you're feeling this way about your ex because this is how they see you, okay? Maybe you did something deceitful or you did something scandalous, all right? Now, reversed, this here is energy of, I'm sorry, I want to make amends, I want, a reckoning, I want to make this right. And again, you could be feeling this way, like this is your ex's energy coming towards you, where maybe they screwed something up and they're wanting to make amends or, at least clear the air. Or if you're the one that caused the relationship to end through any type of behavior like this, you're really wanting to make amends. For others of you, you could be feeling as though your ex is like demonstrating some, risky behavior that's like, you're just like, what, are you kidding me? You're acting like this? Like, I can't even believe it. Others of you, this is just holding a lot of negative thoughts and energy inside about the ex, okay? But here in the reversed position, some of you are letting that go. That energy's really breaking up in November. So you'll know how that card personally relates to you and your situation, okay? And then next out, we have this Queen of Swords. So, again, some of you are like, I just want to come clean. I just want to be 100% truthful. I want to clear the air. This right here is probably one of the most honest and fair and just energies in the tarot deck, along with Justice and maybe the King of Swords, okay? When she is in her upright position, she is very powerful. It's a very honest and true, fair and just energy, okay? So if you guys are the ones that, were deceitful, or maybe you were just, it could be you were just a jerk, like you weren't there, or you said a lot of things you really didn't mean. In November, it's like, you're like, okay, I take full responsibility for all of my actions, and it's 100% earnest from your soul, okay? For others of you, this is how you're feeling about the ex. They're coming to you to clear the air, to talk, to want some communication, to want to balance those scales. It could be for closure. It could be because, there was a lot there between the two of you. And with these energies, this could also speak about a relationship that you weren't with this person for very long, but maybe you guys just had a really great connection. And it's because of this energy right here, like you guys weren't being your authentic selves. And again, I don't feel like that was malicious intent type of energy. It's more of like fear and insecurity and not wanting to be vulnerable or exposed, which, a lot of us grown-ups are like that. So it's not just like saying, Aries, you're like this. No, it's in this situation there was a need or a desire to not want to show your true self because you really liked that person. You really wanted to impress them, okay? So with that energy right there for you guys, that's so positive. It's, anything bad, anything negative that happened, it's November brings about like this renewal where I just want the truth. I want the truth to be spoken. I want the air clear. I want the energy balanced. Or maybe it's like, hey, I just want to know the truth. I want to know why this ended for you, okay? There could be all these factors that you're aware of, but maybe it's just that question to your ex. I want to know why this truly ended for you. What happened inside of you? Or your ex is coming at you with that type of rawness. Just from your side, you look like you're just being very even, very balanced, wanting everything to just be okay. Like, what does it take? What does it take for this to be okay? And it's like earnest down into your soul. So, I'm going to take a look at your ex's energy now and see how they're feeling about you. Alright, Aries, let's see what we got. Ten of Swords reversed. Nice energy. Look at this. So far, swords. All swords. And then we have the Five of Cups reversed. Okay. Couple different messages with this pairing of cards here, since this is a general reading. Some of you, your ex feels like you're over them because of whatever they did, okay? It doesn't mean that they don't miss you and they don't love you, but for some of you, and you'll know if that's your storyline, like, they don't believe that they could ever have a chance with you because, again, because of what happened, okay? They feel like you're over them, and that might be where this mask comes into play. The truth is you're not, or you wouldn't be watching this reading, really, right? So if you were the one that was wronged by your ex, and they may have made an attempt to apologize or something, or maybe they never did anything, they really feel anything to like make amends or reconcile or anything like that, they may feel as though what they did is just unrepairable, okay? And that's what their distance is about. It's like, there's nothing I can really do to bridge this gap. This is always going to be here. And, with nothing but swords and cups cards, this is a lot of mental and emotional turmoil that was felt on both sides, okay? Now, for others of you, this could mean if you were the one that, really did something, this energy here is letting you know that your ex is moving beyond the devastation, beyond any sort of heartache and darkness that transpired between the two of you. This doesn't mean that they're over you per se, but this means they're over that heartache, that hurt, that pain that was shared in your relationship. Now, for some of you, this could mean that, it's just they're completely over it. But for others of you, it's saying like the hardest part of the pain, they're beyond it. So if you haven't had a chance to clear the air or make amends, November might be a good month to do that, okay? As long as you are maintaining this energy of utter truth and honesty and fairness, okay? Which, I don't doubt that you are based on the cards here. So I'm going to pull some cards to see how the energy plays out between the two of you in the month of November. But I do feel for many of you there's a desire to have a reckoning, like clear the air for whatever that outcome, outcome that would bring. It's not for the outcome itself, it's for the balancing of that energy, the desire of it. Just that is the motivation. It's not motivated on let's fall in love again. I mean, if you did, that would, I guess, be a bonus. But these cards, it's not talking about that. you're doing it for the sake of doing it because that's what feels right. Or your ex is doing it for the sake of doing it because that's what feels right to them. And look, as I said that, this card wanted to fly out. Ascension, yeah. You guys are moving beyond the negative, okay? Whatever happened, whatever transpired, there's a change of energy in November. And it very well could be because they reach out to you or you reach out to them to clear this energy, okay? But Ascension, it's like you're completing a cycle, you're elevating, you're expanding. So let's see how this energy is playing out for you guys in November. Okay, so we have the Great Wheel, yes. So the reason, for those of you who really need to make amends, and I feel like for the most part, that's every Aries I'm reading for here, whether it's your ex wanting to make the amends towards you, or you wanting to make the amends towards the ex, that is like the energy of this reading, is that need. And the reason why it's feeling so strong, especially in November, is because you both are completing a cycle. Now, because this is general, this could be that you guys are completing the cycle of this relationship and you both are going to be able to move on from here after, this balancing of energy. For others of you, this is a new beginning to a new relationship with this person, whether it's we're going to just be friends now or we're going to be together again. And if we're going to be together again, this is indicating the relationship is going to be of a much different nature, because followed after that Ascension card, this is a whole different energy. It's a completion of a cycle and the beginning of another one. So this will represent something different for you guys, just depending on your situation. Wow, next out, Divine Justice. Just like I said, November is a month of reckoning. It's a month of clearing the air. It's a month of saying your absolute truth, no matter what it may be, because that is what will set you free. And same with your ex. If they're coming at you, I believe they're coming at you from a very earnest and honest place, and it's because at a greater level, beyond your conscious understanding, there's this grander cycle for the two of you completing it individually, and it has to do with your intertwined energy as a couple, okay? So really pay attention in November of all the things you're thinking and feeling about the ex if you are in no communication with them whatsoever, okay? Really pay attention to all of it, because like I said, the energy is balancing, and for some it's to, have a nice closure to what has been, and for others it's to create a new type of relationship, a new energy between the two of you, for whatever that may be, okay? So, and these are both major arcana, which really emphasizes that greater cycle completing. Holy cow. Another major arcana, abundance, okay? The balancing of this energy, the completion of this cycle is bringing about a new beginning for you both, okay? Whether that is together or that's separately. And if it's separately, if we're not reconciling here, even if you're like, oh my God, no, that's not what I want to hear, listen to me. Something amazing is coming in its place. This right here would be the Empress card in the Standard Tarot deck, okay? What this tells me is, however this cycle completes and this energy balances for the two of you, it's going to be a great thing in the long run, and you're going to feel happy, and you're going to come into something amazing, okay? Whether that's with a new person or you and the ex do create a completely new pattern of energy of relationship to experience with each other, okay? So all major arcana for you guys and the energy playing out between you two in November. so huge that the cycle is complete. It's time to balance the energy and let go of the past and allow the new to come in, whatever that may be, because that's leading to your ultimate happiness. It's not just like, hey, let this go, the standard advice that you get when you're hurting over somebody. This is the universe saying, listen, you guys are completing all of this. It might feel a little intense, but by the end of November, you're going to be in a really good place. Whether you and the ex are talking again, or you're completely moving on and letting go and accepting what is and trusting that, okay? Because what is meant to be will always find its way. Always. But what's not meant to be can't ever really seem to fully solidify. So trust the universe and allow, because this is happening either way, all right? But the more you allow and accept, the more you flow in this energy, and it leads you to such a beautiful place. My goodness, Aries. So now think of that number, 1, 2, or 3, and I'm going to pull these romance angel cards for you guys to get a personal outcome, advice, or answer to your question for your personal situation, okay? So think of that number, whichever one you thought would be the card for you. Alright, very soon, yes. If you pulled this card, very soon you're going to decide, or you're going to come into the full understanding of, letting go. I feel more of those of you, if it's you that's been pursuing a reconciliation with the ex, very soon I believe it's you that's going to decide to just kind of let it go, because you feel this natural pull inside. It's your destiny pulling you, and you can't ignore that, and it becomes stronger than any nostalgia or emotion that you have for the ex, okay? Now, for others of you, maybe this is your ex who's been trying to come back in, okay? If that's the case, again, you need to decide which way are you going. Are you going back, or are you going the way that leads you away from the ex? And again, it's this month of November, it's like it's already, you're just going to be living it out. You're following your storyline. It might even feel like, have you ever had a moment where you're reacting to something, and later on you look back at yourself and you feel like you were almost outside of yourself? You're like, I don't even know how I did that or why I did that, and it was almost like I wanted to stop myself, but I couldn't, because it was just stronger than me, and it was like I was just following a script. For some of you, that's the energy you're dealing with in November. It's like the universe is stronger than you, trying to lead you to your greatest good, okay? And you need to trust that. And this is saying the sooner you do that, the easier this ride becomes for you. And the more you come into clarity about the whole picture, okay? So you'll know where you fall with this card right here. Card number 2, you deserve love. You are lovable. For some of you, the ex that you're pining for isn't exactly on the same level as you are as far as love and connection towards you. And this is the universe saying, listen, this person has been removed from your life because you deserve more than you had. Even if you really loved them and you thought it was the greatest thing ever, this is the universe telling you, no, you deserved more than that. We're balancing this energy here. We're bringing you something really good because that's what you deserve, not what you had. Like, you are lovable. There's so much more to your value as a person, as a lover, as a companion, as a friend than you imagine. And the person you were with, perhaps did not see you in all your glory for who and what you are, okay? Now, since this is general, I have to flip that. This could be how the ex is feeling about you, about how you treated them, okay? So you know where you would fall on that spectrum with this card. And if you were the one that deserves more, you need to trust that and let go. And if your ex is the one that deserved more than you were giving, then perhaps they've come into the realization that they deserved much better than what you were handing them, and they're moving on. And you're kind of in this place of recognizing your errors. And the reason why isn't so much to lead you back into that relationship, but to fine tune you for the next thing coming, which is a much better fit to you overall in general, okay? And lastly, the third card is worth waiting for. So those of you who were drawn to this card, I feel, have the strongest possibility of reconciliation. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And like I said, it's almost like you're just playing the part in the month of November. It's destiny, it's your life path, the way it's all, coming full circle. So for those of you who were drawn to this card, I feel like if you and the ex come into communication in November and you're really trying to clear the air, this here is saying perhaps it's good that the amount of time that has passed, and November is a good time to balance that energy, to put yourself out there. The feelings aren't as hurt, the emotions aren't as raw, and so November is a great month to have that reckoning if you need to, or your ex coming back in to have that reckoning with you, okay? So those of you that chose this card, I really think there's communication happening between you and the ex in November, and some of you very well may get back together, but others of you, this is just like that closure that you needed or that they needed to move on, and you're moving on to something better. By the end of November, no matter which card you chose here, you're just going to feel better, just naturally. That's the great wheel, the cycle completing, something new beginning, and you're just going to feel better naturally. You could start out November being totally heartbroken and wishing that you had your ex, but by the end of November, it's like that's just gone, and because there's something else coming. Or if that's not the case for you, if your ex does come back into your life, you're going to feel better because of whatever you guys exchange with each other verbally. So no matter where you fall, all the Aries I'm reading for are going to feel much better internally and mentally about their ex at the end of November. So you'll have to let me know how all of that works out for you guys. Anyways, that's what I have for Aries Case of the Ex.